Pokemon was released in about 1996. Back when I was a kid, I was about 8 or 9. When it hit the States, Pokemon was the thing. I mean, Ash Ketchum was about 2 years dumber than his age, but Charizard was pretty cool. Everyone had the games, and if you got 150 Pokemon, you didn't get anything for it. Professor Oak was a cheap piece of crap. Where did that guy get his PhD from? The second generation was actually scheduled to be released in 1997, only about a year later, but everything got pushed back to make the games more compatible with the Game Boy Color. By that time, I was entering my teen years, and everything sucked. Especially those newfangled Generation 2 Pokemon. What was Lugia supposed to be, the bastard albino offspring of a sea turtle and a turkey? No, I had more important things to be worried about, like getting rejected by each and every girl. I mean, you have to just keep trying, it's like there's not time for Pokemon or whatever, Anyway, I lost my interest in Pokemon. But just recently, an old friend of mine from high school sent me an invite to an event. A Pokemon Tournament! A challenge for the true-born inheritors of Pokemon. Those of us who were 10 when Ash Ketchum was 10. Which it turns out is a lot of people now, because Ash Ketchum is an ageless god. But we were 10 when Ash debuted as a 10-year-old. We were the Pokemon Masters. It said so right in the theme song. The rules were as follows. We had 24 game hours to play. Mew, Mewtwo, Alakazam, Gengar, Machamp, and Golem were forbidden. Glitches and hacks would result in a disqualification. And finally, the battle itself would be conducted through the N64's Pokemon Stadium. So, with those in mind, I went to go see Sean and I picked up some game cartridges for me and Alan. I said hello to his daughter, who told me that she was 5, and I told her that was a very versatile number. I don't have a lot of experience talking to little ones. I then went home and stayed up the entire night playing the game, while Kenza watched and asked me when I was going to bed. The answer was not today, basically, so she just stayed up and talked to me about whether or not Jesse and James were an item. We very seriously discussed whether or not James might be gay, as though he were a real person. This is why I love my fiancé. But within a few days I was ready to go, and on a Saturday, the tournament commenced. Our choice of battle location was none other than the Dome, the place of residence of 2 of our old friends. It's basically a renovated greenhouse being rented as living space, and it seemed like the ideal place to do this kind of thing. As we joked in Alan Hour, Alan's game actually did get erased due to some kind of problem, so he was still playing the game even as we pulled up for the event. Everything was set up, but Sean, our organizer, was running a little bit late due to work. So Alan had more time to play, and I got a chance to talk to some of the other guys, although I set up directly in the sun, which turned out to be not such a good idea. We passed the time by playing Pokemon Stadium's minigames, and then Sean showed up around 3 o'clock. After a little bit of bookkeeping, we were ready to begin combat. Our first match was between Brent and Michael had no former experience with the game. I'm here with Michael, who's also going to be participating in the tournament. Can you tell us, what is your strategy, Michael?
Last as long as I can.
Alright, sounds like a good strategy.
Never played the game, so I don't expect to last long.
Okay, do you have a heavy staller strategy in mind, or you just want to hold out until all your Pokemon are not dead, is the idea?
Just hold out.
Alright. You mentioned that you'd only be here for a little while. Do you have to be somewhere later on?
No, I'm going to be socializing with some, with people that I know and get to know a few of the other people that I don't know. And then, not that I don't anticipate being here for very long. It's just, like I said, I figure I'm going to be eliminated early.
All right, good. We've got a lot of pessimism going around in our tournament today, so it looks like it's going to be a good tournament.
All right, well, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Michael. I am here with Brent Meadows. He's training Pokemon with us. How long have you been playing the game, Brent? How far did you get?
Well, unfortunately, with work and everything else, I didn't get that far, but I got to about level 20-ish with all my Pokemon.
Sounds good. And so do you have any particular strategy for today's tournament?
My particular strategy is spend a lot of time in the mountains, trained hard with all my Geodudes, and of course they all have explosive type personality.
I see. I'm detecting a hint that maybe your entire Pokemon is just a suicide team. How would you say about that?
I would just say, their attitudes might be a little bit explosive, that's all.
All right, sounds good. Good luck to you, Brent. I hope it'll turn out well.
All right, thank you very much.
Now, it turned out that a lot of our players hadn't gotten very far into the game due to some confusion on when we were actually supposed to start playing. So we decreed that anyone with a Pokemon under level 50 could replace their Pokemon with an equivalent rental Pokemon from Pokemon Stadium's pool. This wound up being the case for both Brent and Michael, but because Pokemon Stadium won't let you pick 2 of the same Pokemon, they fudged a little bit on their list.
And so begins the first ever battle of our historic event. Brent chooses Eradicate for its gigantic teeth and quick speed. Michael chooses a Ninetales for its sexiness, perhaps in the hopes that it will deter attacks. Oh, and Eradicate opens with a brilliant Hyper Beam. He's trying to bring Ninetales down in a single blow, but no, says Ninetales, she is still standing. She responds with her own Fire Blast. Oh, and it's a devastating hit on Raticate, sucking away nearly all of its health. This is looking bad for Raticate. A strong wind could take him down now. Oh, what is this? Michael is choosing to recall Ninetales. But for what reason? Arcanine! What is Michael planning? Raticate regains his composure, and then leaps into a Hyper Fang. He clamps down with his gigantic teeth on Arcanine, bringing his health down by a third. This could have been avoided, folks. Oh, and it looks like Arcanine is flinched. Another bite from Raticate. But it looks like Arcanine was prepared and responds with a Fire Blast. A bit overkill if you ask me, folks, but it looks like it did the job. Raticate is recalled. Who's up next? It's Nidorino, a ground-type Pokemon. It's very dangerous against fire Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. Arcanine may be in trouble. But Arcanine is not intimidated and tries another Fire Blast. It's becoming too predictable, folks. Nidorino tries a Thunder Attack, but misses. Arcanine again with the Fire Blast. It's a hit. It's too hot in here for Nidorino, and he goes down. My apologies to Michael and Arcanine. I suppose you cannot knock a winning strategy. Out comes Ivysaur in a surprise decision from Brent. Ivysaur is slower than Arcanine. What could Brent hope to accomplish? Oh, he's recalling Ivysaur. And he sends out a Geodude. He should be able to soak those fire attacks. Oh, in an unexpected move, we see a Dragon Rage from Arcanine. It doesn't seem too deadly, however. Oh, and another Fire Blast. Geodude may not be cooked like an egg, but he is feeling the heat. But Geodude decides to shake things up with an Earthquake. Oh, and it's super effective. It looks like Arcanine's reign of terror has come to an end. He is recalled. Seems that Michael is still firmly grounded to his strategy and calls out a Charmander. This is a big risk for him. However, a Flamethrower goes out, and Geodude goes down. Seems like he took too much of a beating from that Arcanine and didn't have enough left in him. Brent chooses Charmeleon, a larger and more deadly counterpart to Charmander, and we get a Seismic Toss, turning Charmander's world right upside down. Michael sticks to his guns and tries another fire attack, but it doesn't produce much in the way of results. He recalls Charmander, choosing instead Pikachu as the better option. Of course, this walks Pikachu right into a strength attack, a powerful blow which knocks down nearly half of his health. Pikachu responds with a Seismic Toss. Charmeleon comes back with a Flamethrower, apparently not amused by Pikachu's antics. This brings Pikachu dangerously low. Oh, and another Flamethrower! And that's it! Pikachu's switch-in proves fatal for the little guy. Down he goes, face to the mat as he hits the floor. Out he goes. In comes Charmander, Michael once again betting on the little guy. A Flamethrower from Charmander. This'll be enough to bring Charmeleon down. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, size does matter, but not when you're dog-tired like Charmeleon is. Out he goes. Good fight, Charmeleon. In comes another Pikachu. Apparently both these traders feel that evolution is overrated. Pikachu attacks with a Thunderbolt, knocking Charmander off his feet, but Charmander responds with the Flamethrower, once again relying on stab moves. Pikachu rebounds for a Body Slam, but misses. Things are looking shaky for Pikachu as another Flamethrower comes his way. Looks like that one hurt him pretty badly, but Pikachu comes back with another Thunderbolt. And it's enough to bring down Charmander. Charmander goes down. Michael and Brent have been trading pretty evenly these past few Pokemon, but Brent still has a clear disadvantage. Oh, a Golem! Now that is just an unfair matchup. Pikachu tries a Seismic Toss, but will it be enough? No, it is not. Golem responds in kind with a Seismic Toss of his own, and Pikachu bites the dust. Brought to the floor like the Pikachu before him. Today, not a good day to be Pikachu. An Ivysaur is chosen, an obvious choice against a Golem, and a Razor Leaf goes out. Golem takes it right on the chin. Not only is it super effective, but it's a critical hit. There's no way Golem can stand up to that. With a crash, his legs go out. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivysaur is now all that stands between Michael and victory, but it looks like the fates have not smiled upon Brent as we get a Charizard on the field. Oh, it's a Flame Blast, ending this battle the way it began. I'm afraid that Ivysaur could not withstand that kind of attack. And there he goes, the strength leaves his body and he's recalled. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, Michael wins! Call it beginner luck if you will, but Michael is the solid victor.
And so, Brent didn't win, but he was still allowed to eat pizza with us, and he got a flame badge. The fires of competition burn on in his heart. Either that or heartburn. It was cheap pizza. And so the tournament continued. Our next fight was between Sean Young and Alan. So I am here today with Sean Young dressed as Ash Ketchum, except without the jacket
because I'm poor.
Yes, because we couldn't afford the jacket.
No.
But Sean, I understand that you dropped out of the tournament this week.
Yes, I did. Life happened, work happened. I got up to Vermilion, and I called the MC, and I was like, hey, you know, there's 2 days left until the tournament. Can I ask how everyone's doing? And he said, oh, there's a guy with like 3 level 100 Pokemons, and he got under the 24-hour mark. And I was like, ha, nah, this ain't happening.
So would you say that the mind games have gotten under your skin?
A little bit, yeah. It got pretty intimidating once he gave me those facts, but he made me a judge, and I have no idea what that means.
Well, that's good. Well, maybe you can at least judge on whether or not it was an enjoyable tournament.
Hopefully it is, because look at the place we're in right now. We're in a dome.
That's right. I don't think that we could have chosen a better location, Sean.
It's really hot out here.
It is a greenhouse.
Are you okay?
That'll be fine. So I'm here with Alan Cheney, who's been working really hard since having his game erased yesterday, in fact.
Yeah. I had a level 55 Chansey, level 45 Snorlax. It was, yeah.
Yep, it was going pretty well until about that time. Could you tell us what you got now?
I have 6 Rattatas. I've amassed my team of rats.
Yep, about what level are they?
Most of them I haven't even leveled up. The highest level one right now is level 13.
So, we're on a roll. Alan's picking up steam, getting back into the game. What do you think about your chances, Alan?
I don't know. I think I might do pretty good. Probably not.
Well, that's good. Luckily, though, we've got an extra hour, maybe hour and a half before Sean gets here and officially starts the tournament. So, how far do you think you're going to be able to make it in that amount of time?
I'm hoping to get one of these Rattatas to eradicate. That is my goal.
All right, well, a good goal it is. Good luck to you, Alan. I'm sure that things will turn out great.
Yeah.
It looks like both these guys had a good understanding of the metagame. They'd put together really good teams, with the exception of 2 weak links in Alan's group.
Welcome to the second round of our tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Sean and Alan, old friends, now heated enemies. Sean sends out a Tauros, a good choice for a start. Alan sends out a Chansey. Oh, that's gonna be a disadvantage versus a Tauros. Sean, apparently not realizing just how good he's got it, goes for a Tail Whip on the already ridiculously weak Chansey. She has the lowest defense in the game, and now it's even lower. Chansey responds with a Thunder attack. It's a potent attack and could take some serious damage off of Tauros that he didn't need to lose. Fortunately, Tauros grows a spine and takes Chansey head on. The attack speaks for itself. This poor Pokemon never had a chance and was probably liable to go down had Sean attacked early on. Alan makes up for it by calling in a Gengar. This could give Tauros a run for his money. Oh, another slight misunderstanding from Sean, he tries the Tail Whip, which lowers Gengar's physical defense. Unfortunately, Gengar is immune to physical attacks. But Tauros is not immune to Nightshade, and he takes another hit. Seems like one more hit and it'll be curtains for Tauros. Tauros mixes up with the Fire Blast, and Gengar casts Confusion. Indeed, I am quite confused, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of switching out, Tauros tries another Tail Whip, but it has no effect. Gengar finally mans up and goes for a Nightshade, finishing off Tauros, confusion and all. These trainers seem not to have a heads or tails understanding of their own Pokemon. They've got a good lineup, but don't seem to understand their full potential. And here comes Executor. Could be a great choice in some circumstances, but for these trainers I'm not so sure. Alan takes no chances and gives the order for a Hypnosis attack. It works, and Executor falls asleep. Gengar follows up with Nightshade. Executor won't be able to take a few rounds of this. Fortunately, Executor wakes up. And Gengar reminds us why we have a rule that only allows one Pokemon to be put to sleep at a time. Executor is once again out of commission. Gengar tries out a Thunderbolt, although proving it's not a good time to experiment with new moves. Executor wakes up. Gengar tries again for the Hypnosis. The audience is on the edge of their seats. Oh, and now they're getting up out of their seats and leaving the stadium. Won't someone please put this Executor out of his misery? Gengar goes again for the Nightshade, hurting Executor further. Executor wakes up again, we'll see how long that lasts. And Gengar goes for another Hypnosis. Predictable. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, looks like it failed this time. Executor reveals he's been waiting this entire battle to cast Mega Drain. It has limited effect. And Gengar goes again for Hypnosis, putting both the audience and his enemy asleep for his finishing blow. Here comes another unopposed Nightshade, the only effective attack that Gengar has against this opponent. And Executor survives. However, all it takes is one more go with Nightshade before Executor falls. Sean opts to sacrifice Executor without switching him out, perhaps as a clear warning to all his other Pokemon. At least this prompts the use of a new Pokemon. Ladies and gentlemen, God help me, I think I'm in hell. It's another Gengar. Alan's Gengar gets off a Thunderbolt, attacking first. But before Sean's Gengar can return fire, Alan's Gengar dies from burn damage. I suppose the Executor did serve some kind of purpose then, through stalling. And out comes a Scyther. Not exactly sure what Alan's aim is with this Pokemon, but let's see. And a predictable Hypnosis from Gengar's side. Someone tell the audience, no refunds! Gengar attacks with a Nightshade, forgetting that he has Thunderbolt and that Scyther is a flying type. Scyther wakes up. And you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again with the Hypnosis. Scyther falls right back to sleep. This is getting tedious, we can only hope that these two Pokemon hit one another. And Scyther wakes back up. Gengar goes right for the Hypnosis again. And Scyther falls asleep, perhaps dreaming of a better battle. And in a surprise move, Gengar goes for a Thunderbolt. It's super effective and brings down Scyther in a single blow, revealing that it was never necessary to cast Hypnosis in the first place. So much for Scyther. and in his place comes Hitmonlee. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm beginning to believe that these Pokemon trainers are just giving orders at random. An unconcerned Gengar uses Nightshade, and Hitmonlee responds with a kick, which passes right through Gengar. Realizing he's made a grave error, Alan recalls Hitmonlee and summons a Snorlax. Will this be enough to change the tide? Gengar goes for another Nightshade, hitting Snorlax with no opposition, then tries to stall things out again with Hypnosis. It fails, and Snorlax leaps to his feet to punish Gengar with a Rock Slide. The results are not impressive, but it may be enough to push Gengar over the edge with one more attack. Gengar tries for a Confuse Ray to slow Snorlax down, and Snorlax hits himself in the face. Gengar powers up a Thunderbolt, seeking a move to overcome Snorlax's health advantage, and Snorlax goes to sleep, deciding this was going to happen anyway. Gengar again with another Thunderbolt. He could find himself stalled out if this keeps going, and another Thunderbolt. Oh, it's a critical hit right between the legs. Snorlax's stalling tactic is broken. Gengar goes out for another Nightshade and brings Snorlax down. This Gengar is on a rampage, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking very, very bad for Alan. I don't know if he can recover from these losses. He tries a Blastoise. It's a very risky gamble, but seems to be all that this trainer has left. If this Hypnosis works, then all it will take is a few Thunderbolts, but it fails. A Hydro Pump goes out from Blastoise, ending Gengar's tyranny over the battlefield. It's a sure forward step for Alan, but he's fighting an uphill battle now. He may not have enough left over to win this thing, relying on Lady Luck to put him back on his feet. And if this Gyarados has any kind of Thunder attack, Lady Luck may not be in his favor. Blastoise goes for a sure thing with a Seismic Toss, and Gyarados sinks his teeth into Blastoise. Blastoise plays it safe, he's in for the long run, and Gyarados tries out a Dragon Rage, which Blastoise weathers handily. Blastoise responds with a Skull Bash, and another Dragon Rage from Gyarados. Gyarados may still gain the upper hand, but it's either Pokemon's battle. Seismic Toss from Blastoise. Another vicious Dragon Rage from Gyarados. Blastoise is on his knees, folks. But Blastoise pulls off another Seismic Toss, which brings Gyarados down to nothing. A hard-earned and well-deserved victory from Blastoise, but Alan is still trailing and has to make up the difference. When Sean Snorlax hits the field, the crowd goes quiet. Sean only has a Rhydon left, and Alan has a Hitmonlee. Blastoise's attack is just a formality, and he goes down. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This may be where the battle turns. Hitmonlee is all that remains, but Hitmonlee is all that is needed. Alan issues an order, and it is not a fighting move. Ladies and gentlemen, that move was not a fighting move. Alan has made a tactical error, and it has cost him the entire battle. The silver platter clatters to the floor along with Hitmonlee. It's all over, folks. That's it. Sean is the winner. Sean wins the battle.
So Alan wound up being really disappointed because that battle was really close, and he lost it because of a mistake. They did make a lot of mistakes, though. It seemed like Sean and Alan knew which Pokemon were good, but not necessarily why they were good. It probably didn't help that they were both using rental Pokemon, though, because they have an inferior moveset and they're weaker in general. But the fires of competition burn on in Alan's heart. Better luck next time. Our next battle was between Julie and Cool Trainer Female, who was too cool to film.
And this is Julie, so far our only female Pokemon master to jump into the game.
Yeah.
Yep, I believe we might have a few others, but so far she's the only one here on time, although the runner of the ceremonies is not here on time, so...
Well, he's working, so understandable.
Yep, yes. Now, we've all actually been set aside by work a little bit. How far have you made it in the game?
I just made the 7-hour mark, so yay!
That's good. How do you feel about Alan's Rattata team? Are you concerned at all about his power?
No, because my Charmander will totally take him on.
All right, sounds like a good theory.
Yep.
Do you have any kind of strategy in mind?
Hopefully I can hit first and burn everyone to the ground.
All right, sounds good. So we got everything kind of riding on your Charmander, is that right?
Yep, pretty much.
All right, no shame in that. Charmander is a good Pokemon.
He is, indeed.
Yep. So how do you feel about your chances today?
Well, they're not good if he dies.
All right. So it's good. As I say, it's been a very pessimistic tournament so far, but we'll see if moods turn around when everyone realizes that basically no one has any good Pokemon.
Yay.
All right, thank you.
So it turns out our impromptu rules kind of shot Julie and Cool Trainer in the foot. They had diverse teams, but not finalized teams, so they kind of got pigeonholed. But Julie had a level 51 Charizard, and because she'd used it so much throughout the game, it had actually developed a lot of hidden stat bonuses.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third battle of our tournament between Julie and Cool Trainer. Down in front, please. Julie sends out Satan, her #1 fighter, Charizard, and Cool Trainer sends out a Mankey. No advantages there, but let's see how it goes. A flamethrower right away from Satan seems fitting. And it lights Mankey up and brings him down in a single blow. Not a good start for Cool Trainer. This leads into an early advantage for Julie, who's basically ahead by 1 Pokemon for free. Cool Trainer tries out Pidgey, and is instantly set ablaze by Satan. Pidgey does not take it well. It seems that Pidgey will only have 1 chance to make a move, and Pidgey chooses Toxin. Charizard quickly responds with a Slash, which knocks Pidgey out of the sky. This has been very one-sided so far, folks. I think this might end rather quickly. This Charizard is just a magnitude stronger than anything that Cool Trainer has at her disposal. She chooses a Butterfree, a rather poor choice because here comes the Flamethrower. Now some of you might be wondering how this Charizard got so strong, and now is a good time to explain. Simple game mechanics, folks. The game keeps track of each Pokemon that this Charizard defeats, and when this Charizard defeats enough opponents, it's given a bonus to its stats. It's like a second hidden leveling system, and it's why too many rare candies can be bad for your Pokemon. But speaking of things that are good for your Pokemon, you should try Celadon brand Celadon Vitamins. Celadon Vitamins will raise those hidden numbers right up to a certain maximum that is, so you should get those Pokemon their vitamins early. Again, that's Celadon Vitamins from Celadon Co. We own all the patents. And here we see Julie's Charizard Satan still just blazing away through the competition. Pikachu gets a hit off, it's a Thunderbolt, super effective against Charizard. It's a major bite out of his health, but Charizard has survived this long with taking very little damage. I should say now that although Cool Trainer cannot be filmed due to being far too cool, she did have something to say off the record. Sources say she informed the public that she believes that you should not train Pokemon based on how fast or strong they are. Furthermore, the diversity of their moveset is immaterial. Pokemon should only be trained based on their coolness factor, i.e. whether or not you like them. Trainers who train Pokemon that are strong because they like strong Pokemon are wrong. Oh, and we see now Satan finally succumbing to toxin poisoning, and Julie sends out a Pidgeotto to clean up the mess. Those of you watching at home may recognize that Cool Trainer's training theory is something of an experimental hypothesis. Unfortunately, thus far, I cannot yet determine if Cool Trainer's Pokemon are in fact cooler than Julie's, but Cool Trainer does definitely appear to be losing this battle. Growlithe is on his last legs and appears to be hot under the collar rather than keeping his cool. And Pidgeotto makes another quick attack, putting Growlithe out of his misery. Whether Cool Trainer will view this as a victory or not has yet to be seen, but for our records, Julie has won the battle! Julie has won the battle! Congratulations, Julie, good job with your Charizard! So after the battle, Cool Trainer Female tried to get away without a badge, but Alex caught her. You can't escape the flames of justice and competition when they burn in your heart. After that, we took a break for food, and I talked to Bus for a while.
Okay, so this is Sean Busmus, the guy who set up this whole Pokemon thing, invited everybody to it. So we're actually a little bit into the games right now. We're taking a break to get some food, and also before a couple other people are going to get here just a little bit late. What are you thinking about the tournament so far, Sean?
Well, I'm thinking it's pretty fun. So far, we've had a lot of laughs. It's been pretty interesting to see what people choose. I didn't think it was going to be this much fun, but so far it is. It's a lot of fun. So get some beer and pizza involved, and I only see even better things happening. So
It's good. So you think that we might do this sort of thing again in the future sometime?
yeah, actually, I wanted to do it like every 3 months, but it depends on how popular it gets, you know. So it's really up to everybody else. So.
Well, I think we're enjoying it so far. I understand that you're jumping in this one because we didn't quite have an even number of people starting out. What is your plan for a team strategy?
I plan to go all Team Rocket because they have the greatest Pokemon in the game. I mean, they have snakes, rats. I mean, they got weird muck things. They got gaseous fume balls. I mean, it's great. I mean, they've got the best Pokemon in the game.
Yep. Nope, you can't argue with an organization of people that could not overcome a 10-year-old. It's all right.
It's Pikachu they couldn't overcome. The 10-year-old. Well, there were 3 of them. I mean, there's 2 gym Team Rocket all the way.
All right. Well, it's been good so far, Sean. We're looking forward to it. Good luck in your own combat.
Thank you.
All right.
Then it was time for myself and Alex to face off, and we were the only guys with complete teams.
So I'm here with Alex Churn. He actually lives here at the Pokedome.
Yes.
Yes. How is that, Alex?
It's good. It's good. All Pokemon all the time. 24-hour, 24/7. We live, sleep, breathe Pokemon. So you know, we got the run. Even the house. The house is Pokemon. House is super effective. So
That's good. That sounds like a really intense training regimen for a Pokemon tournament.
it is.
How do you feel about your chances with all that intense Pokemon activity around here?
I feel like I'm gonna take second.
Well, that's good. Why second? Any particular reason?
I didn't finish my training.
Oh,
I
that's
got
rather.
close. I got a solid team. I got a solid team put together, but I just couldn't log the hours because somebody has to water the Poke plants and clean the Poke floors and wash the Poke dishes. So that's there's training inside and outside of the dome, and so I feel like we'll take second, but when it's all said and done, we're still gonna live in the Poke Dome. So.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate about the training lapse, but it seems like a couple people have run into that problem. We had Sean Young drop out for that same reason.
Yeah, I just hope that everyone brings their A game, and I hope that they do the best with whatever they got, and that's all you can hope for. And as long as the Pokemon are raised, as Professor Oak teaches us, as long as the Pokemon are raised with trust and love, I believe that we're all going to do okay. So,
Right, good sentiments. We should all look up to Professor Oak. Thank you, Alex.
yes, thank you.
How do these two heavyweight juggernauts fare against one another? Stay tuned to find out.
Before we started, Alex and I were both pretty nervous about our chances, but Alex was down by one Pokemon and I had an ace.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the title bout that you've all been waiting for between these two massive juggernauts. Guanli, a Blastoise sent out by Alex. The Devil, a Kadabra sent out by Greg. The Devil is much faster than Guanli, but much more fragile. The Devil opens with a Thunder Wave, paralyzing Guanli. This is not good for Guanli. Guanli responds with a swift kick to the face, bringing the Devil perilously close to unconsciousness. The Devil recovers health, saving itself from impending doom. Then puts up a wall to gain some armor. He won't be kicked that hard again. Guanli tries a Surf Attack in the hopes that a stab ability will turn things around. It hits! The damage is palpable, but the Devil may be able to survive 2 more of those. The Devil isn't gambling and recovers health. He's quite nearly up to full health again. Only to be hit by a Hydro Pump from Blastoise, going in for the kill, but too late. It's a critical hit, nearly felling the Devil, but the Devil goes right back into recovery mode. And again, this time achieving full health. Guanli is paralyzed and unable to do anything to prevent it. The Devil powers up with a Psychic Attack, and whittles away at Guanli's powerful defenses. Alex has decided that Guanli has had enough and recalls him. And in his place comes... Zero, a Jolteon, a faster Pokemon than Kadabra. But Greg saw the switch coming and orders a Thunder Wave, which negates the advantage of Jolteon's speed. Jolteon is now paralyzed, which is going to cause it some real problems. Kadabra powers up another Psychic Attack, which knocks Zero's health right down. Zero fires off a series of pin missiles. Once, twice, 3 hits on the Devil, but the Devil's Reflect Shield soaks up most of the damage. The Devil tries another Psychic Attack. Zero's just got one more chance to make a difference. He connects with a Body Slam, and the Devil is paralyzed! The crowd has gone crazy! He jumps again! Another hit! The Devil goes down! It's a critical hit! That's it! First blood drawn by Alex's Pokemon Zero. Kadabra is recalled. In his place comes Mercury, a Starmie just daring Jolteon to stay out. Mercury launches a Surf Attack, and Zero has no way to avoid it. Zero goes down. Greg is just pulled ahead, but only by the hair of a paralyzed Blastoise. Zero is recalled to the Pokeball, but see what Alex brings out next. Looks like Helena, a Nidoqueen. This is a very big risk. Nidoqueen is a ground type and weak against water, and also Blizzard as being cast by Mercury. She's weathered it out, but takes a terrible loss. And here comes the strategy, a Thunder Attack, but it misses. Alex bails on this strategy. Helena cannot take another hit like that. Out comes Guanli again. This may come as a grave error. It's a common metagame decision to teach Starmie electrical moves. Oh, but Greg recalls Starmie, apparently predicting the switch, and goes with Shuffler, a Graveler. Seems he was expecting more Thunder, but predicted badly. He makes an emergency recall on this fatal mistake, and sends out Taft, a level 100 Chansey. This is his trump card, ladies and gentlemen. Alex must find a solution or face a loss. Chansey gains armor, and Blastoise attacks with a Hydro Pump. Taft soaks it like a sponge and then attacks with a Thunderbolt. Guanli's health drops like an elevator with no brakes. This is it. Alex has got to remove the stops. He's got to put this Chansey down or he's got no chance. He sends out Helena, his Nidoqueen. A Jane of all trades, she attacks with Blizzard in the hope to cause a freeze. If she can do that, Taft will be stopped. But no luck. Taft responds with a cold attack of her own in the form of Ice Beam. Helena cannot withstand a second attack like this and goes to the freezer. She was a clever gambit, but one that just didn't pay off. Out comes Bowie, Alex's own Kadabra. Perhaps he can stall Chansey out. But Alex may be scrambling for options now. Bowie is his last functional Pokemon. He goes for a dig. That will cause Chansey to waste a few moves. And out he comes, but it doesn't do very much damage. Taft is too high of a level. Here comes another Ice Beam, and it leaves an impression. The prognosis is abysmal for Bowie. If he doesn't have a recover ability, things may not get any better. He tries a Psychic Attack. This could cause a lowering of Chansey's special. But not this time. Chansey recovers health with Soft Boiled. That will recover a significant amount of health. Alex's heart must be in the pit of his stomach by now, but he goes for another dig. Once again, not much damage to show for it. Kadabra is not known for his physical attacking abilities. Another Ice Beam from Chansey. And that's all she wrote for poor Bowie. Down he goes, and back to the Pokeball he is called. The rest is just cleanup at this point. Oh, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, I made a mistake. Alex does have one more powerful Pokemon, Pipang, a Moltres, who puts up a Reflect Shield, not that it'll help too much. He survives a Thunderbolt and makes a last-ditch effort with a Fire Blast. The attack itself isn't too impressive, but it does burn Taft. But now that Taft is standing again, I imagine that this Moltres is wishing that it had Fire Spin. It could trap Chansey and hold out for a while, but all we can say now is that's nothing but hindsight. Pipeng didn't have any answers, and down he goes. This is the end. All that remains is Alex's Kirby, a level 25 Rhyhorn. Greg recalls Taft apparently deciding to exercise and show off one of his other Pokemon, and sends out Gerald, an Executor. He's looking a little bit green. He was maybe evolved a little bit too soon. Rhyhorn attempts an attack, but it does nothing. It bounces right off of Gerald, and Gerald responds with a Mega Drain. What occurs next is exactly what we imagined. Rhyhorn goes down. He wasn't a match for anyone. And that's it! Greg wins the battle! Alex had a great team and he fought well, but the results are in.
And it was around that time that my video camera ran out of batteries. It's never really a good situation to try and film a TV with a camera, but that was all we had. In any case, that was the deciding match for the tournament. It was a lot of fun, and I think that everyone enjoyed themselves. And I hope that you guys at home enjoyed our pretend coverage of this event. You guys have a good day, and we'll catch you later.